Welcome back to the second stanza of the program, The Conversation, coming to you from TV 360 here in Lagos, Nigeria. My name is Nelson Ekujumi. I'm a public affairs analyst. And I still have with me in the studio Peter Okpara, also a public affairs analyst. We are rubbing minds on topical national issues. Yes, this stanza of the program, we want to look at this issue of Naira scarcity. It's a fact, because some of us have been involved. We have been affected. Just last week, I went to the bank, to the ATM machine, and I wanted to make withdrawal. Lo and behold, when I pressed the button, the highest denomination, the highest amount I could withdraw from the machine was 10,000 naira. And I was like, before in my bank, the maximum you can withdraw at a point was 40,000 naira. And I moved from one machine thinking maybe that machine had been programmed for those who want to withdraw that amount, maximum. I moved to another machine. It was the same thing, and the news all over town as we speak today is that Nigerians are wondering what is happening. That why is it that we cannot make withdrawals to our taste, to our expectation? I also recollect that I've had a lot of people talk about it, and as we speak, the central bank, which is the monitoring agency, or the number one bank,
the
regulatory agency, is here to speak on this issue. And from feelers gathered out there on the street, even the POS operators have hiked their commission. So people are like, what is really happening? Are we back to the pre-election, confiscation of people's money during the Emefiele era as CBN governor? So we deserve to be spoken to be talked to be educated with what is happening. Why is it that we have shortage of cash? And if we have shortage of cash, what could have caused it? Was it that the authorities didn't foresee, they don't have a grip of the amount of liquidity we have in circulation? I believe that is not so. I believe strongly that at every point in time, the regulatory agency, which is the central bank, as well as our other, audiences, have, statistics of whatever is going into the economy on a regular basis. So I'm disturbed because even as I speak to you, I have people who are talking about this issue, and it has become a topical issue even in the media.
Yeah, the whole experience, I'm equally disturbed. The whole experience brings reminiscences of the Emefiele days, and the chaos it's brought. I'm surprised this is happening under a new leadership with so much hopes, and which had really exerted so much confidence in the people. Now, like you say, what actually is the cause? Would the CBN governor just tell us what really is happening? We didn't expect this of him. He's new on the job. We didn't expect this of him. Let it not be that it has now been institutionalized, that periodically we'll be running out of cash, for people to meet their demands. I believe it's unacceptable by every means. Let the government move in and find out what really is the problem and rectify it as quick as possible. We are not supposed to be hearing this kind of story again. After the trauma we went through at the earlier part of the year, prior to the election. There is no election taking place this time around.
Even though I recognize that the cash economy we operate today has also incorporated the technological, system of making payments.
Yeah.
But we must not run away from the fact that a lot of our people in their daily economic activities depends on cash transactions, no matter how little. Because, for example, I remember during the past era that you talked about, and which I also mentioned, when my children are going to school, I ask, how many of them am I going to give my ATM to? Then does the vehicle, the commercial bus driver, does he have a POS terminal to deduct that money? The risk, the danger in doing that. So whatever might be the situation now.
And you have also talked about when you went to ATM and couldn't withdraw this. You're using the POS at ATM points.
Yes.
So where is the cash?
That's
the important thing. And if the government is saying, yes, we are withdrawing cash from the system, let us hear it.
Of course.
And know why
so
it
that
has to be so.
So that we can adjust
Fine,
ourselves.
it has to be so. But this is just a situation that's stolen to people.
Yes.
They don't know what is going on, and nobody is telling them what is going on. This is the least we expected from Mr. Cardoso, the new CBN governor. He should work on. We don't want to hear this kind of stories again. The idea is that no matter how you try to enforce a cashless policy, and as you said, it is now rampant for people to pay through that's through electronic means, you know. But then there should be enough cash at all point in time to meet people's desires and fun.
Yes,
that does not have anything to do with a cashless policy. Yes. Cashless policy is that a lot of people are embracing the cashless policy means of payment, even without it, because it's more convenient, and more this. But then there should be enough cash so that when you want to take the little you want to, you can find it, and another person can find it. There is no excuse for this kind of cashless. We have not seen any. Let them tell us what
like I was telling you, I wasn't going there to withdraw 1 million.
Yes.
All I wanted to withdraw was less than,
maybe 20,000. But they now pay you only 10,000. Yes.
Because you know why? Even on the machine, they will tell you after third withdrawal, you'll be charged XY amount of money as commission. And a lot of times, when you calculate those little commissions,
it comes to be a very hefty amount.
Very hefty amount. So you try to avoid it. So by the time I collect 10,000 into 2 places, I say, well, let me just leave it. I don't want to go for that, so that I don't incur some.
The summary of it all is that we don't know the root of this kind of this, and it is exerting so much punishment on the people. Let the CBN work and fast as well to rectify it. Absolutely. And if there is any need for that, let them tell us. But then even the reasons will not explain or even why we should be going through.
To make the cash available.
Definitely, that's
just
the
it.
You know.
Thank you very much for your take on this stanza of the program, the conversation. We have looked at the Naira scarcity, and we just hope that the central bank will really look into what is happening. We'll call on the Minister of Finance as well, as well as the National Assembly, to call the central bank governor and ask what is happening. Why are people complaining that they cannot access their cash as they desire at the dispensing points? So that is where we want to call it today on the program today. Thank you very much for staying tuned to the conversation on TV 360. We'll come your way again next time. Please continue to watch the conversation on TV 360. Bye-bye.